The F-22 Raptor behind me is a great example of technology transition in the area of avionics, or that's shorthand for aviation electronics. That's all of these electronic systems that go in an airplane. So the original approach to this, going back to when they first put radios on airplanes, was just to add a system to an airplane. So you put it on there, you put the equipment, you run a wire to the cockpit so the pilot could operate it or see what it's doing. And that approach really happened through at least the Vietnam War. Anytime you get a new kind of electronic system, they would find a different place to put it inside the airplane, maybe stick another antenna on the outside if it was a communication device, run some more wires up to the cockpit and put the controls up there so the pilot could see what it's doing or interact with it. Well, that was what's called a federated approach to avionics, meaning everything was separate, and then you would just have this kind of massive display board in front of you with all of these different things. Well, as you might imagine, as these grew more and more numerous, it became more and more difficult for a pilot to manage all of that information, to sort of reflexively understand what was going on around him and with his airplane. Well, in the 1970s, the engineers at the Air Force Avionics Laboratory, that's now the Sensors Directorate for the Air Force Research Laboratory, put a lot of money and effort into integrated avionics architecture. They call it Pave Pillar was the name of this program. And there they were going to, instead of use this federated approach, they were going to take everything and see how much they could roll all into one package or as few packages as possible. And they developed these different programs to focus on different areas. Like there was integrated communications navigation. There was integrated electronic warfare systems. So this way you can combine all of these different functions into a single display, and that display would integrate all that information for the pilot and thus lessen his mental workload. And the F-22 was the first airplane in the Air Force to really transition those technologies and take that different approach.